Uh, my mother sent me to a Catholic high school because she hated my guts and wanted me to kill myself. Well, that and she never saw me as anything more than a check she could live off for the rest of her life without having to work because she was a feminist. That's not even really my point. My point is that as a student in a Catholic high school who would have rather been anywhere else, I spent my days struggling to survive and my nights struggling not to commit suicide because that's how miserable I was. Especially in an all boys school when you're a teenager and you're interested in dating girls. Not much room for that unless you want to date the girls at the Catholic high schools, and you can't date them because they're all feminists, or else they wouldn't be going to private high schools. Long story short is that the way I was able to cope with it long enough to escape it alive is by treating it like a prison sentence. Because I knew that my teachers and my principal were full of shit when they say that high school is the best 4 years of your life. Because some of the greatest tragedies I ever saw were Pro Bowl caliber high school athletes who were treated like gods in high school and then completely forgotten about after they graduated. And it really fucked up their heads because they were thinking, wow, I was a god in high school, and that's supposed to be the best 4 years of my life, and I have nothing left to live for. And then, I don't know, 10 or 15 years later, you're hearing about how they hanged themselves or they shot their brains out. And in one way, it's sad because I don't like it when people commit suicide for reasons that, well, I don't like it, period. But I especially don't like it when it's performed under misguided pretenses. Because high school is not the best 4 years of your life. If you think high school is the best 4 years of my life, or if you know that high school is the best 4 years of your life, there's nothing I can do to help you because you have nothing to live for. Because there's a longer life after high school than there was before high school, unless, something stupid happens. So the way I was able to deal with it was I would just treat it like a prison sentence. I would have a calendar in my room. And every day for 4 years, I scratched the day off after the school day was over and said, all right, I only have to survive this more days. And on the rare occasions, I would get to scratch off Christmas and Easter completely because I didn't go to school during those vacations. And those days were so satisfying that they felt like orgasms. Um, that's how I was able to do it. Otherwise, I would have hung myself in my attic. Because even if I had been a good athlete and my parents had come from money, everything could have still derailed because a lot of the kids I went to high school with that were popular and came from wealthy families either became white trash or became white trash and killed themselves. So, long story short, just hang in there. I know being a teenager is tough, and I know some of you probably don't care because I have gray hair in my beard. But another one of the reasons why I'm still alive is because I trusted the judgment of adults who made sense when they talked. So you could take this for what it's worth, but life gets better after high school. I know with the hormones and the testosterone and the estrogen just exploding like fireworks in your body every day that you can't tell your asshole from your mouth sometimes. But I'm telling you, if you could just live long enough to get that diploma, your life immediately becomes your life. Then you decide what paths you take, and you take responsibility for the actions and or consequences of the actions you take if they do not materialize the way that you hope that they would. And that is one of the most gratifying, delicious feelings that a human being can experience. So please, not for my sake, because all you're going to be is another statistic in my book but for your sake, please just get through those 4 years. And if you're still sane, only good things can happen. If you're not sane, you're looking at nothing but a highway of tragedy.